Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Welcome, Capricorn. If you're here as a cross watcher, welcome. And if you're brand new to the channel, say hello in the comments. Always nice to greet new members to our happy tribe here. We're in Taurus season, which is Venus ruled, so I'm pulling from Divine Feminine Oracle. Venus is the ultimate divine feminine, so let's see what message we have for you today. Yes. Diana. Oh, I love this for you. Queen of the wilderness. The language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. Yes, Queen of the wilderness, the language of the natural world. You can see, it's hard to tell here, but she's got the arrows there on her back. She is a great archeress. There's a bow here in her hand. She's illuminated in the background. Very beautiful. Diana was very beautiful. Part divine feminine, part oracle, part goddess. Beautiful. The natural world is a frequency of love. Claim that. That feels so good. Love that. I am using a little bit, I'm doing both this spread and the extended are kind of little hybrid creations of mine. Just seeing if you respond to them. So far, kind of good. So I'll walk you through it. Still covering most of the energies I normally do. Keep in mind, it's a general, not a private reading, so it won't resonate for everybody. It's not possible. It's best always to take what speaks to you, leave the rest. Energies can come through reversed, so while I'm saying your energy, and this is your person, it can be flipped, especially if you're here as a cross watcher. You may be thinking, oh, she's talking about the Capricorn, but I'm the cross watcher, but I could actually be referring to you. That's what I mean by reversed energy. And if it doesn't resonate, it's okay. Maybe next time. All right. Here we go. Your energy. We have the Magician. I love in this deck that the Magician is a feminine figure. And we see the sword, the cup, the pentacle, and the wand here. And we've got just that energy of manifestation, of power, of mastery, something magical. But what's crossing you, is the sun. Yeah. So you're trying to manifest some happiness here and success, and maybe even struggling a little bit to feel safe and protected in your vulnerability within your connection. That's what I am here to read about. So let's see for your person. Their energy, Two of Pentacles. And what's crossing them? Three of Swords. So that would kind of come through like this in a Celtic cross. So the Two of Pentacles then is sort of saying that this person is in a decision-making process, but they're sort of undecided, maybe on the fence a bit, and what their challenge is, what's crossing them, is some energies of, heartache, some wounds that they're still contending with. Might be something where they got hurt in this connection, but it may have nothing to do with you, right? Sometimes we have residual leftover wounds, scars, old heartaches, whatever, that hold us back from moving forward in relationship. So I'll know better when I get moving in the connection, in the reading. But you can see that they're sort of on the fence, right? They're undecided. They're assessing realities on the ground. What am I really dealing with here? And what's holding them back is some measure of pain. And you are in a manifestation mode while they're in a decision mode. And what's crossing you is, you're trying to manifest some happiness, but do you feel safe here in your vulnerability? So when we look at the relationship, Emperor. So we're talking about the divine masculine. I'll know more when I get to the clarifiers. The divine message to you is the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles, that's kind of interesting, is, talking about first things first, taking one step at a time. There's something to be learned here. And, so we want to kind of get the basics down. We want to, pages are messengers, but in the case of the Page of Pentacles, it's, the message is sometimes we're learning how to fly the plane as we're building it. Sometimes we've got to kind of go back to basics. And sometimes it's the theory that, the beginning, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So it's like, don't get too far ahead of yourself. Learn what you need to learn here in this moment, and then move forward. Sometimes we bite off more than we can chew. We get ahead of ourselves. So then in the opportunity position, we have the Death card. I'm using this, I'm telling you the positions so that you understand that changes, how I'm going to interpret the card. So the opportunity isn't that this all dies and goes away, right? The Death card is associated with the sign of Scorpio, and the Scorpio rules the 8th house of growth, change, and transformation. Sure, we talk about death and rebirth, but we don't always mean that in a literal sense. We mean certain things have to die off so we can, be reborn to ourselves, so something new can grow. And we got to change in the process. You have to change. Your partner has to change. Things have to change so the whole connection can be transformed. So there's an opportunity here for transformation. Scorpio is ruled by, do you know? Can you say it? Pluto. Pluto, sure, Lord of the underworld. I know, but also the planet of transformation. So whenever we've got this energy swirling about, we can do the dead man's float for just so long to kind of catch our breath, but then we have to sort of decide we're going to sink or we're going to swim. And that's what I think the opportunity is here. Okay. Come for the tarot, stay for the therapy, stay for the astrology lesson. All right, let's go. Magician and the Sun. 10 of Wands. Yeah. 6 of Pentacles and Temperance. Look, you've got some powerful energies coming in, some major arcana, the double hit of the major arcana just in your opening sequence, and then we've got, that 10 of Wands is saying this is weighing on you. This is heavy because it's kind of life-changing when we have the Magician and the Sun, the 2 major arcana. This is really important, and you're feeling very put upon. It's challenging, it's difficult, it's even a little burdensome because you're giving to something that you may be feeling isn't coming back your way. With Temperance here, Temperance is about kind of going with the flow, exercising some self-control, restraint, not too much push. But that's a patience card as well, and your patience may be waning because it's, you've been sort of at this manifestation game for a while, and it just may be a lot. It may be too much. And if you don't see somebody being as generous with you as you are with them, and when I say generous, what I mean by that is invested in the connection, with their time. Are they giving you time? Are they making time for you? Are they giving you, their energy when you are together? Are they game for something? Do they kind of know your love language? Are they, attentive? Are they dialed in? All those things. That can they put work on the back burner? Or are they bringing all their heavy problems right there? Or is it always seeming like everything's just a drag? Yeah. And I feel like you're really at that moment where you are being crossed here. That sun is difficult now. It's not as happy as you would normally expect in a nice reciprocal relationship. So I can sense that it's getting harder and harder to be patient, and you're trying to allow things to kind of unfold and trust that it'll all kind of come out in the wash. But with that 10 of Wands, it feels like it's getting heavier and heavier. So I hope that validates how you feel on some level and lets you know that this is a big deal. It's nothing small. And so we got to kind of see where this person stands. I will be looking into this Emperor or whoever this is to you in the extended. That will be the focus. So if you want a deeper dive, that's where I'm going to do it. But for now, 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, 10 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, wow, 3 of Wands. So it's big deal for this person too, because they are really considering, is this, someone I can have my happily ever after with? They are considering making a big offer, Ace of Pentacles, for a big new beginning, that happily ever after. Could we have it all? And that 3 of Wands is the anticipation that the time has come, or it's fast approaching. Right? The 3 of Wands is an anticipation card. It's also manifestation. So somewhere in this person's inner landscape, on some unconscious level, they're aware that this is all getting closer. And so they may be a little triggered. And that's why that 2 of Pentacles is like, yeah, I don't know, because it's getting closer. Things are kind of getting more intense or more involved, and as that happens, people's wounds rise to the surface. Like I said, that 3 of Swords could be something that once happened between the 2 of you, or it could have nothing to do with you. There's a lot of you watching. Take it as it speaks to you. But this person is now kind of like, I don't know. So they might be on again, in their mind. They might be one day up, one day down. One day you're a good witch, next day you're a bad witch. Do you see what I'm saying? They have not resolved it yet here in 3D as to whether or not this is what they want with you, because they're undecided. So, and they're undecided because of some form of past heartache. Like, I don't think it's a present situation. I think it's something that has happened once upon a time in their experiences and matters of the heart. And things are getting real now. So let's look at your relationship. We have here the Emperor. Ace of Cups. Magician. 9 of Swords. Yeah. Okay. So we have here the gift from Spirit, that is the Ace of Cups. It's sort of been handed to both of you. It's been manifested by both of you likely, But we've got this, yeah, and just so you know, and let me say it very clearly, when you see this kind of combo, and you've been in your life manifesting, like, I want my one true love, I want the love of my life, and you've been sending that out to the universe at new moons, you've been releasing anything that gets in your way at the full moons, whatever your rituals are, whatever you journal, whatever you do, and then it arrives. It's gifted to you by spirit. And you meet someone and you're working at it and it starts to evolve and it starts to up level. Please know that is manifestation. You have manifested this. And the gift of it is a reward. It's like, you're ready. You're ready. And this person is ready too. But we're still human beings, we're still souls having a human experience. And the human part gets in the way because that's ego. Okay, and ego kind of has a way of effing everything up. So that's what I'm seeing here. There it is. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Right? Oh my God. Head and hands, sleepless nights, obsessed adjacent, worry, anxiety. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And it isn't really coming from you. It's coming from a divine masculine. And I'm looking at it right here. Can this really be possible? It's coming really fast. I don't know if I'm ready. Am I going to get hurt again? Am I going to get my heart chopped up into a million little pieces? Can I really have a happily ever after? Should I really make this offer, or do we go? That is the state of affairs of this connection. And it is not coming from you. I'm sure little bits, kind of bleed through because you're sitting here with the weight of the world on your shoulders, trying to really hold it together. But you too, with the sun crossing you, are feeling a little vulnerable, right? Because you're not getting back what you're putting in. But now you know where it's coming from, okay? And you don't have to take ownership of that energy. It doesn't belong to you, okay? So let's see the divine message, which makes more sense to me now. Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Queen of Wands, Eight of Cups. Feels to me, I'll get to that in a second, the cards from the bottom of the deck, for those of you who are new or may have forgotten, are what you can't see. Because they're usually coming from your unconscious awareness, or their unconscious awareness, or they're playing out behind the scenes somehow. So I just like to pull it so that we've got a little flavor of something that might be a factor. Might not, but might be. But the cards from the top of the deck are clearly more important. So we got two pages here. One where there's some curiosity or a need for a little more clarity, because there might be some, something you don't know, something that would be helpful, but it takes a little sleuthing, right? This is the spy or detective of the tarot. We've got the Queen of Wands. Now, she's a leader. And she kind of comes from, some strength. And a good healthy sense of herself, and a little extra touch of magic there with that little black cat at her feet. So she has a way of working those feminine wiles. She can kind of ferret things out. She knows what to do. She knows what to say. She knows how to work it. So I feel like the divine message is, you got to go kind of dial it back a bit, go back to some basics for a bit. The divine message is, things might have advanced to such a part, but you might have missed some important things. Now that you're seeing something here that's letting you know why this person is kind of on the fence, there might be some information and some basic things you need to learn yet, that it might be helpful if you take that position as Queen of Wands, regain your power here, go back a bit, couple steps back and get the information you need. And use whatever charms you have to get that information. It'll serve you well, okay? Because this is something to be learned. This is the information that you need, and it's kind of suggesting that there might be something a little more basic. And the Eight of Cups can be a lot of things, but it suggests to me that, you know, there's something here that it will help you move forward on the path, right? You don't want to miss it. The Eight of Cups isn't always about walking away. It's about, you know, once you have everything you need, you move forward on the path and you leave the rest behind. So it's almost as if it's to say you don't have everything you need yet. You're not yet in the clear. So I kind of feel that's the message. Since pages are messengers, there's more information you need. All right. That's just my take on it. Let's see the opportunity with the Death card. The Sun. The Lovers. Tower. Okay, so since the Tower is coming from the bottom of the deck, I say this person has had a Tower experience. I really feel there's something you don't know, or you too have had a Tower experience before. It's not happening now. We're looking at the opportunity for growth, change, and transformation, to transform something. So if you've had a Tower experience, that's what you've got to transform. You might be already beyond it. This person may not. If you haven't had a Tower experience, I maintain that this person has had something before, and they're still living with the residual pain of that. And, you know, sometimes it lurks, right? It's right under the surface. And some people don't talk much about it. Don't wear those scars right there on the surface, or even just below the surface. They bury them deep, you know, and it becomes almost a repressed issue. So I feel it's lurking there, whether it's between you or this person. It could explain a lot. It might be the thing you need to learn about and get some clarity around. I'm just saying, because look at what we have here. The opportunity for the happiness, whether this beautiful sacred connection, which you choose each other of your own free will, that's what's going to bring you that sense of safety in your vulnerability, because you choose each other together. You make that choice, and that's what brings that sense of, yeah, we got this. We can be happy. That's what brings in the growth, the change, the transformation from something where you're kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling like I'm getting as well as I give. I'm a little tentative. I'm a little unsure. And this person's kind of like, yeah, things are up in the air. And they've got these wounds there that are crossing their ability to make a decision. They feel something coming at them. They're literally losing sleep at night. There's an opportunity here for some major transformation, and this is the kicker. This is the key. This is something that's lurking there along with this. And it looks to me like you may not really be aware of it. Or you may not be aware of the degree to which it is impacting this connection. Because they know. They know there's something here that could be everything they've ever wanted. But they're like it's coming at them and they're anticipating it and they're losing their shit. And it isn't for a lack of love. All right. So when I'm looking at the opportunity, it's to transform that tower, to transform what fell apart, to transform what pulled the rug out into something that can withstand anything. So that's what I have for this part of the reading. As I said, the extended is going to be focusing on this person. And for that one, I'm even going to give you, so again, a little bit of a different spread. And I'm going to give you a way to recognize when you're dealing with this person from their highest vibration or their lowest vibration. Little telltale signs, that'll be fun. Something hidden that they don't really want you to know or see. Something they do want you to know or see, what they really want to say to you. Also their thoughts and feelings about you, depending on the cards that come through, and their intentions. So that's really kind of what we're looking at. The links to that are below. You'll see there are 3 different links, so you want to check them out. They're numbered 1, 2, or 3. Number 2, I'll just give you a hint, is just the single one-time purchase for this extended alone. The other 2, option 1 and 3, are monthly memberships, and so they have an auto renew feature. So you will want to be aware of that, okay? If you enjoyed the reading, if you enjoyed my style, if you haven't yet done so, please do subscribe below. That's my request. It keeps me here on the platform. It helps me grow the channel and reach more people just like you who are looking for help navigating their relationships. All right, so that's my ask. Thank you very much in advance. Here's the astrology for this reading. Just helps you know what signs are associated in case that's helpful. If it doesn't ring true for you, that's not a problem. It's just extra added confirmation for some of you. Magician came out twice. That's Mercury. Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. We have the Sun. Sun came out twice, associated with the sign of Leo. Temperance, Sagittarius, Emperor, Aries. We have Page of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Queen of Wands, Aries. Death card, Scorpio. Gemini in the Lover's card. And the Tower is Mars, which rules Aries. And don't forget, you've got Diana, Queen of the Wilderness. The language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. All right, that's what I have. I'm headed to the extended. The links are below. I'll see you there in a second. Bye for now.